Hey, what's up everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Right now I'm going to do a quick little video on how to call ducks. Now, if you're wanting to win contests and go out and perform on stage, this might not be for you, but if you're just wanting to put ducks in the water, this might be just what you need. Now, right off the bat, just a couple things about duck calls, if you don't know anything about it, is there's different kinds of calls made from different types of materials, and then there's even different kinds of calls that have different amounts of reeds. Essentially, a duck call is a wind instrument, just like a clarinet or a saxophone. It uses a reed that vibrates. But some duck calls have one, some have two, some even have three. So those will all change how that duck call sounds. But we're not going to talk about duck calls right now. We're going to talk about how to call a duck. So this right here is a wood duck. It's a wood duck call. It's made out of wood, I should say, not for wood ducks. This call right here is nice because it's a nice soft sound. So it's actually hard for me to blow because it doesn't take very much air, and I usually over pressurize it, but it sounds something like this. So what I'm doing with my mouth, or my tongue actually, is I'm saying t, 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 just like a T sound, like you'd say the word 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Because what that does is it pressurizes and then it releases the pressure. You're not puffing air or blowing air. If you were just going to blow into a duck call, it would sound like a kazoo. It sounds like this. And that's not going to do anything. So you pressurize the air by bringing the middle of your tongue up to the roof of your mouth, like you would say t, t, and you blow. Pop, pop, pop. So that's all I'm doing with my tongue, is I'm pressurizing the air and blowing it. Now also, different duck calls will make different types of sounds, or different scales of sounds, I should say. So this is a nice soft call. It's made out of wood. It's great for ducks that are working in close. This right here is an acrylic call, and this is a much louder call. It also takes more air to blow it. So listen to this. Now, I'm no competition caller. I'm not great at calling, so don't critique how good I am. But the basic idea is you're pressurizing air and blowing it. Now, as you heard in that little thing I did just now, there's different types of quacks. This is a basic quack. That's just a duck, a hen sitting on the water, quacking, talking. Now, if you want to make it act like she's feeding or eating, there's a feeding chuckle, and it sounds like this. All I'm doing with my mouth there is, instead of going long, elongated breaths of I'm popping it quicker and cutting that air off faster. Sorry, I'm actually hunting right now, so I'm looking for birds as I'm doing this. And then finally, so you have a basic quack, you have the feeding chuckle, and then you have a hail call, or a comeback call. A little bit different, but usually it's a string of notes, a string of quacks, about 5 or 6 in succession as they descend in order in loudness. So, see what happened right there was my reed just stuck because I put too much pressure on it and it locked up. So, but that's the feeding, or I should say that's the comeback call, or the hail call. So if you see birds way far away, or they've actually just left your spread and they're heading out, use that to turn them and come back. Now, final tip, my bonus secret tip is this. The most important thing about duck calling is not what duck call you have, or even necessarily how you sound. To me, the most important duck calling tip or secret is when you call. So the most important thing to do is know when to call and know when to be quiet. And that's the hardest thing to do. You get a lot of guys out here that are just blasting calls because it's fun and they like the way they sound, but it's not effective. So a good rule of thumb is to call to their tips, the tips of their wing, and their tail. So as they're flying away from you, if they're coming at you, be quiet. They're already coming to you. They're doing exactly what you want. The only thing you can do at that point is mess it up. So as they're flying away and leaving, or if they're veering off to the side of you and you just want them to get to turn 90 degrees and come in, then give them a quick little call. After they fly over your head, hit them with that hail call, that 5-note call, to turn them to come back, to let them know, hey, they're missing something. This is going to be fun time. So that's it for today. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later.